At the airport, you're just steps away from the boarding gate. Your bags are checked, tickets scanned, and you're ready for the journey ahead. But then the unexpected happens. An airline staff member stops you, pointing at an item in your possession. You are informed with an air of authority that it cannot be taken on board. Bewildered, you think to yourself, what's so wrong with this seemingly harmless object? Yet, you are caught in the tangled web of airline regulations that often make no sense at all. Air travel comes with its fair share of quirks, but nothing quite compares to the puzzling, bizarre, and sometimes downright ridiculous rules imposed by airlines worldwide. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on these confounding policies to see what lies behind them. From strict baggage restrictions to outright bans on everyday items, we'll explore the strange decisions that leave travelers scratching their heads. Whether it's a question of safety or a clever revenue strategy, the rationale often feels as absurd as the rules themselves. Take baggage policies, for instance. If you've ever found yourself frantically repacking your suitcase at check-in to shave off a few grams or squeezing your bag into a metal frame to prove it's carry-on friendly, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The rules are maddeningly inconsistent. One airline allows 23 kg for checked baggage, another caps it at 20 kg. The dimensions for carry-ons, a never-ending debate. Some airlines enforce them to the millimeter, while others seem not to care. And what about oddly shaped items? Sports equipment, musical instruments, and even fishing rods are often subjected to unique rules that seem more like a scavenger hunt checklist than practical guidance. The reasoning behind these rules often varies. Airlines are quick to cite safety concerns, but let's not kid ourselves. There's a financial motive at play here too. Checked baggage fees have become a goldmine for airlines, with the global industry raking in billions annually. Even something as minor as slightly exceeding the dimensions of a carry-on can lead to hefty gate check fees. And don't forget the sneaky policy where duty-free purchases are allowed, only if they fit into your already packed hand luggage. How is that for bending the definition of essential items? Some rules border on the surreal. Peanut butter, for instance, is classified as a liquid, while solid chocolate is not. Don't even think about carrying an avocado into certain countries. Custom agents are surprisingly passionate about confiscating this otherwise harmless fruit. And yet, the guidelines that dictate these restrictions often go unexplained. As passengers, we are left to either comply or risk being delayed, fined, or worst of all, stranded. The frustration is universal. But for many African travelers, the challenges hit closer to home. Recent rule changes affecting carry-on sizes have caused outrage, especially in Nigeria. Frequent flyers have found themselves blindsided at the gates, learning that their previously acceptable bags no longer meet the revised requirements. These sudden shifts often feel arbitrary, disproportionately affecting travelers who don't have easy access to the latest updates or resources to adapt. And let's not forget the health-related protocols of recent years. While safety and hygiene are undeniably important, some policies take things to an extreme. For example, passengers have been denied boarding for minor temperature fluctuations caused by something as innocent as sipping hot tea just moments before a check-in. Airlines also introduced rules around mask wearing with inconsistencies on whether masks must be medical grade clothes or a specific type entirely. These rules vary so widely between carriers that navigating them feels like preparing for a pop quiz. On the lighter side, some airline rules veer into the realm of tradition rather than practicality. The long-standing requirement to turn off electronic devices during takeoff and landing persists. Despite evidence suggesting modern planes are not affected by your phone's airplane mode settings. Yet, every flight, the announcement comes like clockwork, leaving us all pretending to power down our devices while quietly scrolling on. History offers an even more bizarre glimpse into airline regulations. In the mid-20th century, female flight attendants were often required to remain single, and if they got married, their career abruptly ended. While this rule thankfully no longer exists, it serves as a reminder of how airlines have always had a knack for imposing peculiar, sometimes discriminatory policies. If you tuned into last week's episode, Top 5 Worst Airlines in the World 2025, you remember how poorly managed rules play into a company's reputation. Airlines that enforce these most ridiculous or punitive regulations often find themselves at the bottom of the customer satisfaction rankings. It's one thing to implement safety measures, but alienating passengers with unnecessary bureaucracy? That's a surefire way to land on the worst of lists. So, where does this leave us as travelers? Despite the frustrations, preparation is key. Familiarizing yourself with the rules of your chosen airline and the destination country can save you from unnecessary stress. And while it's tempting to rebel against rules that feel absurd, compliance often ensures a smoother journey for better or worse. Now, let's turn the floor over to you. What's the strangest airline rule you've ever encountered? Drop your story in the comments. If you've had a laugh or learned something new today, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow the Facebook page for more content just like this. I am Joseph Kabulu, and you are awesome. So until next time, stay curious and may all your travels be rule-free. It's goodbye. Thank you.